Speaking with a lot of motion designers over the past year, I know it's been very tricky out there. And a lot of you are saying, I don't have any clients and I'm not sure what to do. Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix this so you can get clients now, and also how to make sure that you can get consistent clients in the future. So the first thing that you really need to do if you want to get more clients is make sure that you're taking action, because it's all well and good watching all these videos on YouTube, but if you're not actually putting these things into practice, then it's going to be really difficult for you to get clients. So I know it's hard when you don't have much work, and it can kind of lead you going into a bit of a spiral about, is your work good enough and all of this kind of stuff. But I want to be here today to support you. And the only thing that I ask you to do is to take action on what I'm teaching you today, and then pop a comment below this video and let me know you've done that, so that I know that you're taking action out there, because I really want to help you. So the very first thing that I want you to do is I want you to make a list of all your past clients. Now, this might be very annoying, especially if you haven't done this before, but I promise you, if you do this, it really will help you, because you'll start to recognize people that maybe you haven't spoke to for a very long time, who could be someone who could potentially give you some work. So like I said, you want to list all of your past clients in some sort of client list or CRM. So where in the Motion Designer CRM I made here in Airtable, you can see that there's different categories: awareness, attraction, action, and advocacy. Now, awareness is all the people who you're trying to make aware of you and your work. Attraction is where they may be aware of you or you've had a conversation with them before. And action is anyone who is already a client, so they've taken action with you. And advocacy is anyone that you are trying to make an advocate or fan of yours, and you're asking them for referrals and testimonials and things like that. So this awareness, attraction, action, advocacy is actually part of our freelance funnel framework. In my course Client Quest, I show you how to implement every stage of the freelance funnel framework. And this helps you to create a system so that you can attract regular high-paying clients, and you don't have to worry where your next project is coming from. You will learn how to use social media as a tool to get clients, so you're not wasting any time on platforms that don't give you any results. You'll also get my email templates to help you get work from agencies and also direct clients. And you'll get access to our Motion Designer Client Relationship Manager, so that you can easily keep track of your clients. You'll find the link for my course Client Quest down below in the description. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're just going to reach out to them, check in and see how they are. If it's someone that you've worked with in the past or a past colleague, I think this is pretty easy. You can usually go on social media and figure out kind of what they're up to right now and just start a conversation with them like you would naturally. So it's not very scary to do this, and I think that this can be really helpful, because usually you don't want to go in straight away with, hey, here I am, give me some work. You just want to reach out and re-establish the connection. And if it's someone that maybe you don't know so well, you think maybe won't remember you, then I would go down the lines of reminding them the project you worked on and how much you really enjoyed working with them and working on that project. So then what you're going to do after you've gone through your big list and you've reached out to them, made the connection again, you're going to follow up with a second email. Hopefully they respond to you. They're probably going to ask you how you are, what you're up to too, and this is a perfect time for you to respond back to them and say, hey, I am actually looking for some work at the moment. If you know anyone who could use a motion designer, please feel free to pass my details along. Something along these lines I think is really, really great, because it means that it's quite casual, and also if they're a past client, they potentially might need you as well. So it kind of works as like a sneaky little re-engagement email too. So next we're going to move on to gathering some new leads, which basically just means people who have the potential to become your client. Now, the best way to do this is obviously to have an inbound marketing strategy and an outbound marketing strategy. An inbound marketing strategy is when you're drawing the client to you. So I like to imagine a huge magnet where I'm drawing all the clients to me. And then an outbound marketing strategy is usually where you're going out there and you're telling other people about you. So think of things like cold emails and also ads and things like that. So that's more like you're shouting on a big megaphone. And this tends to be how lots of people get clients. They just go around saying, hey, hire me, here's my work. But what you really want to do is you want to have an inbound strategy and an outbound strategy. So let's go through each of these and also how you can cleverly combine them to make an ultimate marketing strategy. So let's kick off with inbound marketing then. So with inbound marketing, you're probably going to be posting on a social media platform. At this time that I'm recording this video, I really recommend that you get on LinkedIn if you aren't already on there, because LinkedIn is working extremely well right now for motion designers to get clients. So if you're not on there, you really are missing out. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to jump on LinkedIn. You're going to take our free social media guide. I'll leave the link below this video in the description. And you're going to go in and replace all of the content in our free social media guide, obviously with your version of that. So change your content a little bit, make it your own, and then post that weekly on LinkedIn. So once you've got all your posts prepared, then you're going to start commenting on other people's posts. One of my students said he was pretty dubious about LinkedIn, and he actually got a job just from commenting on other people's posts. So if you're not going to do anything else, then I really recommend that you go and comment on other people's posts on LinkedIn and some of your ideal clients as well, maybe some creative directors and producers and things like that. So if you do this, you'll become part of the community, people get to know your name, and if you're posting and you're commenting, you're gonna keep staying top of mind. So remember, take out that list again that we made earlier, and you're gonna go and connect with all of the people that you already know. I definitely recommend writing a message to them when you send them a connection request. So if you say something like, hey, we worked on this project together, it was really fun, I just thought I'd connect here with you, I feel like that's going to get a much better reception. So let's jump on next then to our outbound marketing strategy. So for our outbound marketing strategy, what we want to do is we want to warm our clients up before we send them a cold email. So how do we do that? Well, you're going to go back to LinkedIn and you're going to find your ideal clients over on LinkedIn and you're going to start engaging with them on their posts. Hopefully they are posting on LinkedIn. Otherwise, it's a little bit tricky to do this. But if you have access to Sales Navigator, you can actually go in there and filter by who's been active and posting in the last 30 days. And then we start engaging with their content. Make sure that you're putting valuable posts, not just like a little emoji. Make sure you're actually commenting something that makes sense and is valuable to them. And I would do this occasionally, but not too much. So you kind of want to follow them for a little while. So you can actually press follow and you don't have to connect with them straight away, because that means you'll see their posts, but they don't actually have to connect with you. So you can comment on their posts after you've done this for a little while, maybe a couple of weeks to a couple of months, then you're going to reach out to them, which means that your email will be more warmed up. They might recognize your name. So therefore they're probably more likely to open it and they're probably more likely to respond to you. Now, I know this kind of seems like the long way around, Haley. I don't want to spend this much time. Surely it's just better to email hundreds of people a cold email and see what comes back. But I've found over the years and also teaching other people how to do this, that this is a much more effective way to actually get clients. So I definitely recommend trying to do this if you can. But if you've got a client that maybe isn't on LinkedIn and you really want to work with them, then yes, go ahead and send them a cold email. That's absolutely fine. But do make sure that you still are regularly keeping up with this and it's a regular practice of yours. So make sure you're looking at your CRM and client lists, you're regularly updating it with these new leads, and you're pushing them through the funnel and making sure that you have ideally 10 people in each stage of the funnel. Another way to get more clients is to offer different services or potentially niche down into a new industry. By niching down, you can be seen as an expert in that industry, and that can help you to get more clients. If you want to learn how to niche down, then you should watch this video next, where I talked to my student Giuseppe about how he niched down his motion design business.